Right, so Laura, we'll start with the news that Long Eaton United ladies players Kat Clark and Amy Pashley have obviously decided to retire. Can you just give me your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think obviously it's a big loss to the club. Both of them have been around for a while now, and both have worn the captain's armband. So I think obviously it's going to change the dynamic of the team. I think without them there on and off the pitch, it will be very, very different. They've both been in and around the club for years. I know Clarkey sort of goes back way before like my era, and that's a good few years now. So yeah, I think it's a big loss on and off the pitch for everyone, really.
From your time at Long Eaton, can you just touch up on what they was like? Obviously, you said on the off the pitch, but what was the actual like on the field?
Yeah, as I said, like they've both worn the captain's armband, so obviously they're big characters on the pitch. Pasha in particular, like she's a very big voice. She's got a massive heart. She absolutely wears a heart on her sleeve. So if it's going well, she's over the moon, and she couldn't be happier for the team. And then on the flip side, obviously, if it's not going so well, it shows, and that's because she's got a love for the game. So obviously, it'll be a loss both on and off the pitch, but especially on the pitch because obviously she's a leader, like, and the same as Clarkey, really.
After speaking to John and Lauren, that they were actually shocked at the decision. When the news was put out, was you surprised as well?
Yeah, I think obviously it changes that you don't expect obviously hit you a bit harder, and both of them have been such a key part of my time at Long Eaton, like as friends as well. So yeah, I was definitely shocked. I think with them both just reaching different points of their lives, you know, they've got different priorities and whatever else. So I think life gets in the way sometimes, and if you can't be 100% sure that you want to be involved and you want to give it everything, I think it's a good decision, and I hope that for them that it's the right decision.
With two departures, the club have announced two new signings, Jordan Atkin and Sinead Thomas. Do you know much about them players?
Yeah, well, Sinead not so much. I don't really know her story as much, but I've played with Jordan at Burton. She came through to sort of the seniors when I was within my first few years at Burton, and she's quality, the pace, and just a natural goal scorer. So it's exactly what we're missing, really. And I'm really happy that she's on board. She's a great player, and she's a good girl as well.
Moving on from that side of things, we'll talk about yourself now. Just give us a brief update on sort of your injury update at the minute.
Um, Not a lot's changed really. To be fair, I'm waiting for my operation. Obviously, it was scheduled for May, so in light of everything that's happened, that's obviously been pushed back. The hospital have wrote to me and kind of said that, you know, we've not forgot about you, and as soon as it's safe to do so, then they'll be in touch about potentially getting one scheduled for me, and then it will just be rehab really. Obviously rest and trying to get myself back to where I left off, and if not better. That's my aim.
How have you actually found your time out off the pitch? Have you found it mentally hard, or has there been anything you've really particularly done to sort of, get you through it?
Yeah, it's definitely hard, and I think anybody that's done or had a serious injury can probably relate. I've been quite fortunate in that I've never really had such a serious injury in sort of over like 10 years of playing football. So I have been really lucky, but it's a constant battle. Sometimes you think, oh yeah, you're all right and you're doing good, and trying to keep busy doing other things. Like obviously I've been doing my biking and stuff, so you do try and keep busy, but at the same time, in the back of your mind, like I just love football, and that's all I want to do. I just want to play football, and obviously that's the one thing I can't do at the moment. So I think it has been hard, but obviously with what's happened with COVID, it's kind of not helped in a way. But obviously nobody's been playing football, so in a way, I've not been so alone. But going back, I think it'll be hard. I just want to get in for my operation as soon as I can, really, so I just want to get back to playing. That's all, really.
So after the operation is done, what sort of time frame are we saying for a comeback?
Uh, it's hard to say, really. I think it kind of depends on your rehab and how you respond to the surgery as well. I think it's about 12 months average, really, post-op until you're fully like match fit. Obviously, I'll be able to train hopefully a little bit sooner than that, but until I'm actually able to fully play in a match again, I reckon it'll be at least 12 months post-op. Yeah.
Wow. Um,
Yeah.
so just just onto the start of the season when everything's hopefully back. Has John mentioned any plans? Has he sort of sold his ambitions for this season? Do you know much about what he's wanting to achieve this season?
I think obviously last season was kind of the last year of the plan that he had in his mind, and obviously that didn't quite end how he expected it to end. So going forward, and obviously the signings that he's making and stuff, I think his intentions are clear. Like, he wants to compete and he wants to be there or thereabouts at the top of the league. And I think on our day, we can match anybody in that league. We've obviously had a few injuries and different things going on, but when we are at full strength, I don't see why we can't be up there challenging for the league, and I think that's exactly what he'll want to do.